So, how animals shaped human history. This is, I could just say this is just a normal book for me. It was nothing special. Obviously, there's some cool facts that we might get into or not, but we can talk about how animals started. Nah, we could just start, yeah, in chronology with the book. So first, they talked about the wolves, which is supposedly like one of the first animals that I don't want to say came in contact with, because obviously we've been killing them, but that we were actually nice with, like wolves and dogs. Man's best friend. So basically, the wolves they don't really eat like sheep and humans for fun. Like why they do it is, well, why they did it, I should say, because most of them are extinct, is because their food supply, they ran out of their food supply. So like the rabbis or rabbits, I just said the plural for no reason, but the rabbits and things like that, they were all, like all the stuff that's on the ground usually. So they didn't have that anymore. So they started eating the sheep and people, and now the myths carry them up the big bad wolf. All right, but that's beside the point. So the wolves, they were like the first ones, and they pretty much helped humans, for humans to know like, wow, not all animals want to kill us. And of course, other reasons too. They gave them food, and it was just like an extra benefit, pretty much. Like if you sleep with a wolf around, and someone attacks at night, the wolf will wake up and bite it. So that was pretty cool. And then the dogs came later, and actually it was kind of funny. I didn't know if this was evolution or was it de-evolution, because dogs are not better than wolves. Like it wasn't no upgrade that was made. Who knows? Natural selection is weird. All right, so dogs they're just smaller, weaker, but more social. So I'm that more easily tameable for humans. So like better for humans, but for themselves it's like not as good. Cause wow, like they're weaker than they used to be. Everything's just worse except for us. It's better for us. So I don't know how that was supposed to work, but then we can get into how animals really shaped human history. That was just like, oh, we can talk about fun fact before we do that, and that's that, like animals, like they talked about dogs for 11,000 years could have STDs, and that was so surprising to me because like I don't think dogs were getting medicine like 10, 11,000 years ago. So that was just something funny to me, like they'll have to live with that for the rest of their lives. Like it must suck. But we can talk about the animals that shaped human history. And first, we can start off with the donkey. And the donkey, of course, you can carry stuff on it. You can see right here. You can carry stuff on the donkey. And along with the donkey, well, I should say before the donkey, were like the pigs. And the pigs, that was supposedly the first animal that we like actually tamed and domesticated on our own. And like we ate. So we had the wolves. Those were just like that was like a mutual dependence relationship. So we didn't necessarily own them, but they would stay around. But with the pigs, we owned them. So agriculture came in about 10,000 years ago, 12,000 years ago, and yeah, that's pretty much when stuff started happening. People lay low. We killed all the animals. Kind of like today. Well, pretty much the same thing as today, except it's done on a larger scale today. But there's one animal that I want to talk about the most, and that was the horse. Simply because the horse was it. I could say was a great animal, but that's subjective. But it was a noble animal. That's what it was known as, simply because the kings and emperors rode on the horses, while the peasants didn't. And like they talked about Genghis Khan, the Mongol Empire, and he used horses to his advantage with the horsed archers, or the mounted archers. And basically, what I'm getting at is that horses are a great war creature. Like they're very valuable. They're a very valuable asset when it comes to war, because you can move distances quicker, and like you could just more you're just more mobile, because the horses, it could do a lot of things that the donkey can't do. So horses have more courage and things like that. So horses, like with wars and horses, like people won wars because of horses. And of course, it costs a lot of money. So it's like animals, in a sense, are just a good. Animal lovers. I don't know what to say except that your animal is just a good. We can kill it whenever, eat it whenever, and use it whenever. That's the wonderful thing about animals. So, animals shaped human history by, I would say making it better, but at the same time making it worse because of wars. We know there's winners and losers, but I would say made it better or maybe didn't make it better. Who knows? But for now, this was the Intimate Bond.